Simply stated, there is no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction. There is no doubt that he is amassing them to use against our friends, against our allies, and against
Iraq genuinely wanted to disarm. We would not have to be worrying about setting up means of looking for mobile biological units or any units of that kind. They would be presented to us. We would not need an extensive program to search for and look for underground facilities that we know exist.
You said we're headed to war in Iraq. I don't know why you say that. I hope we're not headed to war in Iraq. I'm the person who gets to decide, not you.
Every rock, go to every crossroad, peer into every cave for evidence, for proof. And we must not allow Iraq to shift the burden of proof onto the inspectors, nor can we return.
Nobody can threaten this country. Oh, they may be able to bomb up buildings. I was sitting outside the classroom waiting to go in, and I saw an airplane hit the tower of a TV. You know, the TV was obviously on, and I used to fly myself, and I said, well, there's one terrible pilot.
Simply stated, there is no doubt that Saddam Hussein now has weapons of mass destruction. There is no doubt that he is amassing them to use against our friends,
September 11th.
Not to stay as an occupying power. Not to stay and sacrifice.
Setting up means of looking for mobile biological units or any units of that kind. They would be presented to us.
Courage and compassion.
Seems to me to show that Iraq is still not cooperating. Inspectors should not have to look.
Sovereignty means that. It's sovereign. You've been given sovereignty, and you're viewed as a sovereign entity. And therefore, the relationship between the federal government and between sovereign entities.
Still of non-cooperation. If Iraq genuinely wanted to disarm, we would not have to be worrying about setting up means of looking for mobile biological units or any units of that kind that would be presented to us. We would not need an extensive program to search for and look for
Americans took those dollars
facilities that we know exist.
and attacked from the shadows.
Inspectors should not have to look under every rock, go to every crossroad, peer into every cave for evidence, for proof. And we must not allow Iraq to shift the burden of proof onto the inspectors, nor can we return the failed bargain of Resolution 1284, which offered partial.
Courage and compassion has dignity and value in God's sight. Parents, schools, and government skilled and tireless. Courage and compassion. Good evening. Before I take your questions, let me speak with the American people about the situation in Iraq. This has been tough weeks in that country. You know, I really, I'm
The very fact that we make these requests seems to me to show that Iraq is still not cooperating. The inspectors should not have to look under every rock, go to every crossroad, peer into every cave for evidence.
September 11th.
We must not allow Iraq to shift the burden of proof onto the inspectors, nor can we return the failed bargain of
September 11th.
There is no doubt. There is no doubt.
September 11th.
We have a great advantage, courage and compassion. This vile display to stay as an occupying power without regard for the will of the people.
Search for and look for.
Vice President Cheney, this great republic, we have no desire to dominate, the desire to live in freedom.
Still not cooperating. Inspectors should
Accurate national election. And that's not asking too much. Strong and growing stronger. Not to stay as an occupying power. It reveals a fanaticism, has dignity and value in God's sight. Compassion for one another. Courage and compassion. So they reflect our values. And war is what they got. And truth. And the death of democracy. And it is right and false. Sacrifice and hold this hard-won ground. And benefit our economy.
There is no doubt